You're listening to Musical Mayhem.
Pod, Peace on Demand.
Mayhem. This episode is It's Easy Being Green, and today we're talking about the musical Wicked.
My name's Neve.
My name's Anna.
And my name's Emily.
And to start off, we'll be comparing the musical to the book The Wizard of Oz.
So in the book The Wizard of Oz, Elphaba has no backstory. She doesn't even have a name. She's a very 2D character.
Yeah.
As well as her having no backstory, all the other characters also have different backstories to the book Wicked, and then so the musical.
For example, the Tin Man in the book, there's no explanation to like how he got turned into tin, but in the musical, Nessa, who is Elphaba's sister, wanted him to fall in love, so she tried to put a spell on him, but that didn't work, so she ended up taking his heart out, and Elphaba fixed him by turning him into tin. So she was doing it out of good, not to be evil.
But she still got the blame.
Yeah, she never got...
And he tried to kill her.
Yeah.
So next we're going to be comparing the Wicked musical to Wicked the book. Now I haven't read the book and neither has Emily, but Neve you have, so do you want to take the lead?
So, one of the changes to the book, from the book, is a lot of the character appearances are different. So, Nessa Rose, the Wicked Witch of the East, she has a different disability. So in the book she has no arms, but in the musical she is in a wheelchair. Fiyero looks a lot very different. In the musical he's typically portrayed as white, whereas in the book he's black and has a lot of tattoos, which no one on Broadway has tattoos, so that's a difference. Also, the ending is obviously different.
Because in the musical, they don't kill her off, but in the other two variations, she dies.
Yeah.
Having read the book, would you say, do you like the way that they've changed it for the musical, or would you say that they should have kept more of it the way that it was in the book?
I do like some of the adaptations that they've made to make it a musical. It's a lot more child friendly, and it's more.
It's probably more interesting to
To
watch.
More to more different people. The book is quite long, and
Yeah, I suppose most people would prefer to watch something than to read it because it's quicker.
Yeah.
So now we're going discussing our favourite parts of Wicked as a whole. So I haven't actually seen Wicked in theatre, but my favourite song from the soundtrack is Popular, because I think it shows a lot of Galinda's character and how she and Elphaba start to become friends. So
Yeah, it's a really good song. I'd say one of my favourite parts would also be how we see Galinda progress as a character, because at the start in all the scenes she's very stuck up and isn't very nice to Elphaba because she's different, and they have a song where they're saying about how they hate each other, and by the end of it they end up really good friends. So I really like how that friendship develops throughout the show and how they end up very good friends. Neve, what's...
My favourite scenes would either be the catfight scene, which is where Nessa has just died and Glinda and Elphaba confront each other.
Yeah.
Following that, or else the governor's mansion scene, which is where Elphaba goes back to visit Nessa and discovers their father's died, and that's the scene where Bok gets turned into the Tin Man.
So what about your favourite songs?
One of my favourite songs would be No Good Deed, because it just shows that no matter how hard Elphaba tries, nothing ever goes well for her, which is very sad, but it's also in a way a bit relatable, because sometimes you can try really hard to do something good and it just doesn't work out for you. So she's realising that even when she's trying to do something really good for someone else, that it's not going well, and now everyone's putting the blame on her for everything, and everyone thinks she's just a really bad person.
My favourite song is Thank Goodness, which takes place just after the interval, and it kind of explores the relationship between Glinda and Fiyero. And basically, Glinda wants to marry Fiyero and he wants to be with Elphaba. So I think the song like shows Glinda as a lot more mature than she was in Act 1, and it shows a lot of
Shows how Elphaba is like rubbed off on her and taught her like good morals.
So my favourite character in Wicked would probably be Elphaba, because I think she shows that even though you may be different from your peers in many ways, you can still be great in your own way, and you should just do your own thing.
Yeah, I agree. Like, she's just a really strong character. Like, she keeps going even though all this like stuff is going bad for her and everyone's painted her as the Wicked Witch. She's still going on and trying to do good even though she knows that it's not going well. What about you, Neve?
My favourite character is Glinda, because I think she transitions a lot throughout the musical. She starts off as this spoiled, posh girl who judges Elphaba harshly based on her appearance, and throughout the musical becomes Elphaba's like closest friend, probably the closest person to her. Like,
yeah, it's actually very good to put into everyday life that you shouldn't judge people based on how they look, and you should get to know the people. And maybe if you didn't want to be with someone because they ended up put together in rooms even though they didn't want to be, they ended up, because of that, they ended up really good friends, and that all worked out really well for them.
You should give people a chance before you judge them too harshly.
Yeah. If you could change part of the show, how would you do it? What would you change?
I don't know if I would change the show, but the book doesn't have a scene where Glinda like suddenly accepts Elphaba. It just gradually happens, and I liked that about the musical. The popular scene, it was just like,
yeah, Popular's a good song.
Yeah.
It's very happy and like good. What would you change?
Not having seen the musical, I wouldn't know what to change about that, but I think for the Wizard of Oz book, I would like to see some of the characters more fleshed out, because they're all very 2D, and I would just want to get to know them more, and that would make me like them more and root for them more, because you're just told that you're supposed to hate the Wicked Witch of the West without being given any reason why.
I think, in my opinion, if I had to change any part of the show, I think I would add to the end where we see Elphaba and Fiyero go off to their new life. I'd like to see like a bit of that, to see where they go and if it's very different to Oz and how that would affect them, and whether or not Elphaba would be as accepted there or more accepted. Out of all the variations, which do you prefer?
I think probably the musical. It's a lot more upbeat and positive.
I think that because I haven't read either of the books, I would also have to say the musical, and I just think the musical puts a really good twist on it.
Based on the songs alone, I would also have to say the musical. I think the books would have been very dense to process, and the musical is more concise.
Well, our thoughts on Wicked, and that's also all that we have time for. So if you would like to see more, subscribe, and hopefully we will be doing another one on a different musical. So I'm Emily.
I'm Anna.
And I'm Neve.
And that's us. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.
Bye.